The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Olo. Hey guys, good morning. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages from Olokun. And whoever wants to go after Olokun, you can, but this is Olokun's time. Olokun barely gets that much attention. He's so deep in the ocean. So, but yeah, I'm going to take my time and roll my shit up. Okay. The hell. Alright, Olokun, I'm gonna put some water on in the background, because why not? We have water sounds for sleep, relaxing Zen music. No, I'm going to really look. I'm not going to pick the first thing that... Oh, this is live. Top relaxed channel. Don't give me no fucking ad. Bitch, my peoples is just waking up. And you had the caucasity to show us a motherfucking ad. And another one, bitch.
Look at the car you like.
That's a punch buggy. Talk about some car I like.
On cars.com.
And then you go get me... A third one is crazy. Thank you. Alright guys, so I'm going to be channeling some messages from Olokun, the Most High Spirit. So let me just name Olokun, the Most High. Some 144 messages probably will come out. Some messages from the Dark Triad will probably come out. And Lilith based messages. So not Eve, Lilith, maybe Samael. I'm getting Archangel Michael, Metatron. There's a few heavy hitters in here. Obviously not simultaneously, but simultaneously, because these are entities from different walks of the earth and non-earth. So yeah. I'm trying to make sure the water sounds aren't too loud. I know you guys are just waking up, so I'm trying not to be so wow. So both. Where the fuck is my weed? Oh. I don't want this water sound. I'm just gonna make. It looks like I gotta pee. No. Oh, she cool. Bitch, ain't no water in here. This is Tibetan healing sounds. I'll. Okay. Okay, let's discuss our Ori. Let's discuss our head center. Not the double entendre, guys. Just the head center. Okay? When you've been crowned in the spirit, which majority of my collective has, there's not only a handful of you guys that have been crowned by mere mortals, but a lot of you guys are crowned, by the Most High and the Most High's army. Wherever walk of life you come from, it does not matter. God, look, every time I go up to some black people, I say, I see no color. Oh, fuck you hate yourself. What the fuck? Imagine me not seeing any color because I register color as black, and if we know anything about science, all color comes from black. Lord. Being emo in the wrong spaces, bro, I promise you gets you in trouble every time. Anyway, but my spirit family comes from all walks of life. And there's a reason why I called you guys the AK-437 family. Because y'all got a trigger. Y'all are just as triggered as I am half the time, if not more. So I just decided to name you guys after a made-up gun, because the gun is called AK-437, obviously. But if you know my number, like, one of my numbers, like, 437 is a collection of my 3 main numbers I work with. And it's been like this since I was a minor. If you guys have been here for a while, it's been like that. But I call you the AK-437 family because my collective, we were made to trigger the awakening. We were made to trigger a lot of things out of people. A lot of you all have the same gift as me as far as when it comes to rebellion. Even if you're not trying to rebel, your disposition is to rebel against the norm, against societal norms, familial norms, workplace norms, whatever norms you were placed in. Your energy alone counteracts that, unfortunately and fortunately. I say unfortunately first because when you put us into certain spaces unwarranted, it shakes up shit, unfortunately, because not everybody loves a surprise. Not everybody appreciates divine transition. Not everybody appreciates death. Or even knows what it is entirely, because I'm not saying I know what death is and it's in whole entirety or anything, but I'm very familiar with death. I'm very familiar with the spirit. I'm very familiar with, darker entities that are here on earth for whatever reason. They have many reasons as to why they're still here. But, some of you guys are darker entities that are still on earth. But we're not going to talk about that. I know I'm taking forever to roll my motherfucking J. I know y'all want me to tap into the cards. But patience is still a virtue that I will forever promote to my collective. Because some of y'all, I feel like y'all missed certain callings in life simply because you weren't patient. I feel like some of y'all are the type to put in all that work and then get on the last leg of something and then not give up but throw in the towel. That's very significant for somebody. Who cares about seeing the reap of your labor? You're not gonna see shit. Half the time you're coming out of battle, mentally or spiritually, when you get your rewards, you can't even see your harvest that clearly. You have blood, sweat, and tears in your fucking eyes. So with that being said, are you the person to analyze if something's a blessing or not? Or if you're almost there? No, not all the time. Because your perspective in your life is different when you're coming out of traumatic events. Your perspective and your love for life changes when you come out of near-death experiences. And I don't care if your near-death experience was something as little as almost dying in your sleep. Do you know? I don't think people would know. If we were all living with a scientist in our home that were analyzing us while we were asleep, they could probably count so many times where we've actually almost died in our sleeps. But because we're by ourselves, we're not monitoring that. But I'm pretty sure a lot of us has almost multiple times on multiple occasions have passed away. I'm about to say almost. I feel like a lot of us have actually passed away in our sleep multiple times. You want to know how I know that? Because a lot of my collective, you guys still have your astral projection capabilities intact. And I don't like to be all frilly-nilly with that, but a lot of people in my collective love using their astral body. You guys, it's not all of y'all that be willy-nilly, but let me speak to the one half of my collective that just, you guys are so fucking hard-headed in the astral realms, bro. And then you think you can run away from the consequences just because you wake up. Confirmation. A fucking alarm went off. You have to go back to sleep a motherfucker eventually. You can't run away from cosmic doodle. Can't run away from cosmic duty, especially if you guys are in your sleep. And I'm talking to people who know how to control their dreams at this point. Me, I purposely don't do that. But for the people who are already on that path and that's what y'all do, imagine y'all opening all these fucking contracts over and over and over again. Signing contracts. You guys are freaking remote viewing in people's spaces in real time. It's fucking disgusting. And imagine you doing stuff like that in other people's dream space, invading their dream space, and you don't even have permission. It's one thing if you didn't get the permission from somebody else. You didn't even get the permission from the Most High. The Most High didn't even send you into these spaces. Some of you guys are acting weird in the dream realm. And if I find out again, If I find out some of y'all are being assholes and dickheads in the fucking dream realm, you guys will be exiled from my collective, and you will be sent with the Galactic Federation for the majority of your fucking lives. Because ain't no motherfucking way you're gonna sit here and abuse your astral body. Yeah, that's what it is. You're abusing your astral powers to be invasive. Some of you guys, not all people in my collective, but there's a good half my collective that get big-headed with their gifts. And, I can astral project. Let's go do okay. And they think, I'm gonna wake up and everything's gone and everything, all that shit was... You think... Bitch, when you wake up, the dream starts. When you go to bed, life starts. So for you guys who are like... Some of you guys are like... doing some weird shit in y'all dreams. I'm talking to people who can control it. I'm not talking about the people who are like me, who don't give a fuck and you let your dreams do whatever. I'm talking about the people who've been controlling their dreams for years. And y'all purposely do some shit with your free will in there. Don't let me find out some dumb fucking... Don't let me... Bitch, I might be slow to warm or slow to figure shit out sometimes because I really don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. But don't let me get messages from the ethers that y'all doing some weird nefarious shit in the dream realm because y'all can't get no pussy in real life. And if it's that, or y'all can't kill a nigga in real life. Now, it's one thing if somebody was trying to kill you in a dream realm. I get it. Or it's one thing if you caught your arch nemesis and then they give you an ample opportunity to, These are different scenarios. I'm talking about people who just, they can't wait to go to sleep and to fuck some shit up. Bitch! You haven't even done shit in your real life. Imagine you always skipping life to go to fucking recess. Okay, bitch, you gonna be trapped in a recess for the rest of your motherfucking life then. Moving on astral plane and lucid dreams. And that's all I have. Keep playing. I'm gonna send you a Juice WRLD. Be stuck in the fucking 9 forever. Imagine being stuck in the motherfucking 9 forever. Do you know how... Because Juice WRLD ain't even stuck down there no more. Juice WRLD created that world for y'all. Juice WRLD created that shit for y'all. Just like Travis Scott creates Astro. All these worlds are created for y'all who get so sucked in to things that are void-like or that have no end. Party never ends. Okay. You can get trapped in these ideals. You can get trapped in imagination. But why do you think artists, at the end of the day, I don't care how old they die, we always win. Artists always win. We're predisposed and made to win. That's why we don't walk around with our head holds high. I'm this, I'm that. No, bitch. When an artist dies, a whole generation dies with it. When an artist dies, if they weren't big artists, some imaginative world gets locked. Like, there's so many things that go with the artist when they pass away, or there's so many things that get activated or locked. Like, there's so people just listen to music, they never respect the artist. Just like people listen to music and, like, from my collective, if you're still listening to R. Kelly, there's no way that y'all are claiming to love Aaliyah and y'all are still listening to R. Kelly. And if that just clicked in your brain and somehow made sense, there's so many fucking artists. There's so many fucking artists you be listening to. New and old. English and other languages, bitch. Go broaden your fucking horizons. And fuck. Anyway, let's change the sound. This is 40 hertz.
Why am I a Verbo host?
Bitch.
People come together from all over to enjoy my place.
People come all over the better. Yeah, that way he said the fuck. Anyway. For my babies who fucking still are smoking weed. Look, at the end of the day, what I will say, a message that has come through lately, is you know your levels. You also know, like, yes, you can get too high, bruh. And yes, weed can induce psychosis. Just like tobacco has all these warning labels, I feel like if marijuana had... I feel that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the marijuana warning label without, making it something it's not, but also educating people on what can happen when you partake in that substance. I feel like they have tobacco down pat. People know what they're getting when they go, you know, they just be like death. They, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once America creates the final, because it's really hard to make a warning label on something that has multiple strains, but then that's a lie, because do you know how many strains tobacco has? Do you know how many strains plants have in general? So I know that America is struggling with the overall general label for it, just so we can keep everyone safe, especially kids, because kids find it first, unfortunately. So yeah, for my people who are gifted, but you guys are 420 friendly, just be friendly to yourself and be cognizant of what you're putting in your body while you're smoking. Like, if you're gonna be smoking weed, bro, you better be clean. I'm talking about like clean other drugs, or clean, like, you eat pretty good. You don't even have to be vegan, but be plant-based. And what I mean by plant-based is majority of your sources are coming from plants. And then if you need meat, then eat it. Or if you need this, or if you need certain things and whatever, do that. But everyone in my clique should be plant-based, meaning you shouldn't be afraid to eat vegetables. You shouldn't be afraid to eat fruit. You shouldn't be afraid to eat whole things. And if you want to be plant-based and holistic, or just like have a holistic mindset instead of just being holistic, then you need to be eating whole foods. So your eggs need to be brown. Your meat needs to be coming from sources like farmer markets or international foods. You know, like, honestly, the best thing I can say for my collective right now is to stray away from processed foods. Plus, everything you consume while being a 420 friendly person will affect your high, will affect your body. Like, I know sometimes you guys will, like, start filling your house up with whole foods. So when you do, and if you do get the munchies and you're still mastering having self-control when you get the munchies, at least you'll have stuff in your house that is not going to kill you. Like, oh shit. You know? I just want you guys to be safer. That's it. If you guys do decide to partake in anything 420 friendly. So yeah. I'm going to tap into the cards soon. For anyone who doesn't know, I got recently monetized on here. I just haven't said it because I don't want to be begging on here. It's not all the monetization tools. It's just the badges or whatever, gifts. Other than that, I'm just going to keep working until I get the full monetization, because I'm not about to be like that. Maybe that's something I need to work on. But I'm not going to ask y'all for no badges. Bitch, we're in a fucking recession. If y'all really need a personal reading, y'all are going to DM me and book a personal reading. Other than that, I feel like you guys are grateful enough that I be on here. I can feel you guys are grateful. It's not that I wouldn't appreciate certain things, you know, but at the same time, I'm very realistic about how long it takes a consumer or a customer to get comfortable in, like, the world that a business owner is creating. Because a good business owner is not just creating the business, it's everything circumferencing around it. So you have to be comfortable to give me your money. Other than that, why would you know what I'm saying? But the only reason why people would want a personal reading from me is because they're still working on their own discernment and intuition, and they want a personalized session with me, them, and the Most High, and, like, you know, in that type of setting. All right, I'm turning the Nikola Tesla frequency back on, because the messages we got from that yesterday, I was a little shooketh. So let's get started, y'all. There's no skip button on that shit. Lord have mercy. I want you to remember that we are lifted, we are gifted, y protegidos. Siempre si se puede, si se puede. May God bless you, may God bless me, may God bless me. I cast a bubble of white light to protect myself and my spirit family. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, amen, ashe. Makakali. I said white light today, not black light, so we're going to be, I guess, the Divine Masculine has a lot to say, which makes sense because I told you guys some messages was going to come through. Did I just See, I be doing shit. I just split my fucking J in half. What is going on with the masculines? Bitch. I meant to split my sig in half. Y'all are on one, bruh. Ain't no way. Y'all just pissed me the fuck off. This group of masculines, bruh, and when I'm talking about masculine energy, so you could be a man or a woman, but you could be moving in masculine energy, whatever. What y'all got going on? I can't say that shit for later. That's what I'm getting. It's like, oh, I just got a blessing. Let me just... No, bitch, enjoy the blessing all the way through. What the fuck? Shit just blew the fuck out of me. Bitch, and stop sharing your blessings with everybody. They don't deserve that shit. Be stingy with it this season. What the fuck is my lighter? Move on up. Dog years. Okay. So I feel like you know that you're on not a downward spiral, it's the opposite of the downward spiral. You're on an upward trajectory in life. Something about dog years. Either you feel like things are moving too fast or too slow for your liking. Place yourself in whatever group you resonate with. Something's moving too fast or too slow. In your opinion. Not saying it's actually moving too fast or too slow for you. But in your opinion. It says random frequency. Okay, when you guys wake up, you have the tendency to be very open. To messages from God. To ground yourself, I would just pray to God first. Just say, hey, thanks for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving me another day to da-da-da-da. And ground yourself with the Most High first. Or your higher self first before you enter any space. It's okay if you want to come live with me in the morning. But I'm always going to promote yourself to have that separate, full, good relationship with God first. Yeah, illumination, restoration. I feel like your third eye has been restored. A lot of people in my collective unfortunately have experienced going through, like, you know, having bouts of it being blocked simply because of just the big fluoride problem we have in America. The fluoride can only do but so much, guys. You guys are still gifted, regardless if you have to use a little bit of fluoride in your toothpaste to protect your teeth, or your water's a little, like, bruh. Niggas in New York are still gifted. They come from a concrete jungle, so don't focus too much on that shit, because there's some things you can't help still living in America. Some things we just gonna conquer, you know. It says mercy is earned. Oh, you're a tough cookie. I'm not saying you don't forgive people, but I'm also not saying you forget shit. You do not forget what happens to you. Because if you don't remember in the mind, your body still remembers what happened. This could be several instances, like, of traumatic events, but your body, regardless of if your mind wants to block certain things out, your body remembers things first. So, like, that's why you really just keep to yourself after you've been done dirty, because ain't no way. Bitch. Ain't no way. If your body still remembers... It says love laced. Whoa. It's like you're just overcoming a heartbreak of some sort right now, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be any type of heartbreak. Somebody really showed you who they really are. It's not saying you always didn't know, but it was a grand confirmation. They showed their ass. Compare and contrast diamond or garnet. holy shit. I just talked about this. There's someone trying to remote view you, actually. So we have compare and contrast. And we have remote view, label you. Somebody's trying to stalk you. Either in real life or in the spirit. Or they're trying to get the word. Something. What the fuck? Spirit initiation. Yeah, people know you've been crowned. If they don't know it, they feel it. Like they feel the new you. And it's not just because you declared it. It's because Spirit allowed you to be reborn. And you took that. If you didn't take it knowingly, like you've just been moving like you are reborn. You have finally either mastered or outgrown your environment. The way I spelt it environment. So you've outgrown the ecosystem you created yourself.
Can you believe that everything's over the phone?
You've outgrown the ecosystem you've created in your internal body to survive. You're getting it's like, I also got time for a new survival mode, but that's like on the back burner. It's like you're ready for, like you're in your God body, functioning well, getting used to it. Lord. We have safe house, disappeared. Yeah. All evil eyes who spy on my collective illegally, may your evil eye be blind. Leave. Yeah, it's just so many entities or energies that can't live in your body anymore. Like, it's parasitical relationship. It's not. These things are not helping you. They're taking from you. We have. That is fucking enough. Why are you trying to take me away from my destiny? Yeah, either you have felt like that about being this past life you were in, or there are people from your past life feeling like by you being removed from the bullshit they decide to stay in. It's symbolic, as in you're taking my destiny away from me because you were the light. You were the light at the end. Confirmation. You were the light at the end of the tunnel. Or you have the answers, but that's for your path. I don't know, family or people who are riding for you shouldn't always want to ride your bandwagon until the fucking wheels fall off, bitch. And then not replace the fucking wheels. That's selfish. It's crabs in a bucket mentality as well. Purging out the feral. So, yeah. You're gonna see some weird shit this summer. I'm not even gonna hold you. You're gonna see people act weird. Weird. It says music is in the air. Can you hear the tune? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people unfortunately don't have their own relationship with MK Ultra. When I mean their own relationship, I mean MK Ultra at this point can literally be in any form of sonic creation. With that being said, so many people are controlled by what they listen to the point where they can't enjoy what they listen to anymore. Which means they never enjoyed it in the first place. They hopped on a bandwagon to listen to that said artist. A lot of people are not free and sovereign in even their opinions in what they like to actually listen to. If a DJ didn't put them on to it, if it wasn't in the top 100 charts, if it's not an artist that blew up on TikTok, whatever agenda they're pushing, then it's not valid in their mind. You're going to see a lot of that in the summer. Just like people trying to create validity, but you can't create validity with an invalid mindset anyway. When you have a sheep-like way of living, how valid is someone that still is in hive mind? It says check on your loved ones. There might be a loved one that's been thinking about you recently, or you have been thinking of and you've been procrastinating on checking on them. Spirit's saying check on that person. They would love to hear from you. Alright, I'm gonna put a little what's the face in here. You can tell me what, or you don't have to tell me, you can just say it in your head. But I'm gonna put this on the screen and whatever image you get in your head. Just a little experiment. What are these called? Ink blots. Ink blots are a really good thing to do and when you first wake up too, because you're not programmed by a whole bunch of shit in the day. You're allowing your subconscious to tell you what it sees. You're not even using your eyes, you're using your eye. Eyes. I feel like, it says, are your eyes working? So I feel like you have your third eye working, but you also have eyes behind you or eyes around you. These are ancestors, angels, guides, all working with you, for you, to go to a certain place in life. So are your eyes working? Yes. So I would tell people to be careful about messing with you at this time. It's not really ideal nor smart to be doing, especially when God is doing something really big with your subconscious right now, like rebooting it, making you stronger or making you anew so you can handle the things that are going to come in this next season. You do not want to mess with anybody who's buffering. You do not want to mess with anybody who's loading. Imagine. Like, no, don't do that, bitch. Because what the fuck is you doing? Let them cook. I have a few signs that are coming up right now. You could be these signs, have these signs in your chart, or you could be moving in their energy. Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer. Those signs are significant. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's continue. I got Aries too, as honorable mention. It says, oh my God, she's off her meds. Ooh. Some money should be coming to you guys very soon. And if it's not money, something just tangible that helps you out. Whether it's like a coupon, whether it's like back-end money, something that somebody owed you a while ago, tax return. Something is supposed to come in, and it's like, it doesn't have to be physical money. It could also just be like a physical object, a gift, something that'll come in the next 3 months that like just helps whatever situation you're in. It says conclusions are within reach. So God also well, here's some messages from Olokun. Olokun does not want, whoever I'm speaking to, Olokun does not want you to like sit in despair or sit in worry or lack, because that's not going to actually attract solutions to whatever problem or to whatever life you want to upgrade. Sitting in pity and even accepting pity from people. If you are crowned in the spirit, you have to move like royalty, guys. You don't have to be boastful about it, but there's just certain things you can't do in your new God body. You can't act like a peasant in this God body. Olokun said.
If you're ready to date, but you're not ready to use any of the apps, and you're looking for something better, you know, wish you knew this sooner. There's this.
Also, I feel like Olokun is also saying not to be too attached to the outcome. That's for somebody. Of anything you're doing right now is to not be too attached to the outcome. Because what you're doing could create many outcomes, first of all. Two, not only could it make many outcomes, it might not be what you think it's supposed to be. Because who are you? If you are a lowercase God, because you're creating things, because you're the creator of your creations, you know, just like God can't control us to a certain extent because of the free will portion. So are you creating worlds, or are you being a tyrant? You know, you have to still, like, even in a creative sense, what kind of person do you want to be? Now, I'm not here to tell you who to be, because sometimes God allows you to be the villain in one season for a specific reason. Or God allows you to be viewed as such because people already created you or made you out to be that. So it's much easier to move in that energy in like a cloaking sense. But who you are actually doesn't have to reflect the box that people want to keep you in for their sanity. People have to create boxes for other humans, because if they were to not create that box and you could roam free. Guys, I took off my lashes in one eye. Please, let's not discuss it too heavily. Kronk, pull the lever. But yeah, my left ear is itching. That's a feminine. There's a woman in here, or that will watch this, that, oh my gosh, your life is lit, bruh. I'm gonna hold you. You said you're an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius as well. I'm an AriesMoon. I know a lot of Aries, bruh. I fucking love Aries, but they be getting on my fucking nerves. Boy. Yeah. Who's a Gemini? Oh, there's a Gemini. But yeah. Just stay solid in what you got going on. Like, minding your business has levels, guys. Because some of y'all always do how to mind your business, even since a kid. So now that is not something, that's not even a skill, that's a lifestyle. What are you doing while you're minding your business? Are you creating businesses, or are you supporting businesses? Are you revamping your viewpoints? Are you boycotting different things now that you know certain information? I know half my collective is reading the Epstein files. I don't promote that, because as a person who grew up Gen Z and was exposed to a lot of fuckery before they put like actual age restrictions on these sites, I've got enough things in my head to already know what the fuck is going on before that even came out. Like, half of us, no, majority of people in my collective, we were born before YouTube came out. I was born 2001, YouTube came out 2005. They didn't start really putting age restrictions on that shit till like a few years ago. And you know the type of shit that would be like, kids would fucking dare you to fucking watch. I wouldn't listen to the dares. I would do my own investigation. I found some dark shit. Like, you didn't have to go on the fucking dark web to find nothing. If you grew up in my generation. And then if you were not born 2001, if you're born really earlier, but not like, I'm from 1982 to 1999. The internet came out like in a more personal way, probably late 80s, early 90s, where you're not just having like, you know, a telephone, like you're having like a computer, a box computer. You can go on AOL, or you can go on wherever these sites are at, wherever sites, and you're literally kids are chatting to grown-ass adults, getting trafficked. We made movies, indie movies about shit like this. People don't like indie shit. But like, there's a sweet spot in these generations of kids or people who grew up actually submersed in what their generation had to offer. So by the time they got old enough to know what was going on, they were like almost like heavily sedated by the culture. So you come out of that like heavily, like not really knowing who you are. You know who you are as a whole, or what you were brought into, but you don't know who you are personally. And they tell you that you wanting to know yourself on a personal level is selfish, or it goes against the group. But that's the whole point. You're supposed to leave the nest. You're supposed to go against the group. You're supposed to honor mother and father, but you're supposed to go against them too. You're supposed to go against everyone. Especially if you experience going against yourself, what makes you think you don't eventually go against everyone else? It's just regular human nature and the human experience. Anybody who has not gone against themselves before, I'm scared of you. Ain't no way. If you've never found an enemy within yourself at all, you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of shadow work to do, because there's just no way. Especially these parallel universes and dimensions, like, there's still evil versions of you. There are thoughts that you've never acted on that create little dimensions of versions of you that could have gone a certain way if you took that action. Like, none of us are innocent in that sense, you know? Unless you're training to be so. And if that's your prerogative, cool. I just don't like to dip too heavy into purity culture because it triggers my OCD and it triggers things in my bipolar bullshit that will put me in like some psychosis, being too anal about being perfect. That fucks up the human experience as well, because perfection is for the Lord. And the Lord didn't even get this shit right, bro. I mean, the Lord got it right, of course, but like, from our perspective, we have so many complaints and so many theories on how we can make the world better, but not acting on those theories. Being humans. But in a lot of religions, it's just promoted for you to not have your own sovereign path. But I feel like that's like will come out later in more modern teachings. They think that that's an older practice, but like all these Bibles, Qurans, these scriptures and everything, they were in the native tongue at one point, and I'm pretty sure they didn't say half the shit that's being said in a modern Bible. That makes it more digestible for us to comprehend, because we weren't there in those times. So I feel like sovereignty was in these scriptures and just taken out. You don't think that's possible? The book of Enoch was taken out. A lot of things was taken out of scriptures to make it more digestible for the hive mind, or for the mind of humanity that's supposed to be droid-like and not actual like humans, like having free will, like what free will actually is. Hey, because free will, people have it all fucked up. People think they're using their free will, but they're still under the government, under their parents, we're all under something. And the moment you actually become sovereign, you are in the wild. Like, free will, like, you know that you could take it there. You know that you could miss out on things and it's your fault. You know that your life could become great and it's because of you. When you're sovereign, a lot of things, accountability is more than a practice. It is an art form, because every decision you make is something that you decide to bring into this reality, and everything you do has a chain reaction and affects one person or another. So you're creating reality every day, whether you do the most or not. Your lack thereof, like when it comes to action, creates another world as well, because it's a world where you're not in it. It's a world where you're not affecting the balance of things out of fear, or because you feel like people don't deserve your presence because, you know, you've experienced certain things, certain areas, but you don't have to go back to those areas. When it comes to spiritual grid mapping or being grid mapper, it's just travel. That's Sagittarius energy, but nonetheless, that's just the traveler or the fire. Being able to download codes from the land and give back things from the land. Hug a tree. Talk to people you don't know that feel safe. Invite yourself to be in spaces that you actually belong in. And when I mean belong, because you don't really belong anywhere, but things and places that you're aligned with. Not only places that don't only make you feel good, but that your instincts aren't picking up shady shit, and then you have to flee from these areas. Like, people love going back to their hometown, but forgetting that there are certain areas that you really shouldn't go back to, or that you don't have any business going back to because they didn't, I don't know. Like, guys, just not only can you use your intuition, you can be using your instincts. Like, you can go back to places, just there are certain places within those places that are not beneficial for you anymore, especially as an adult. It's like, okay, I can spare doing that. I can spare going with them. Or I can spare going over there. Because what the fuck, there's nothing over there for me anymore. But nostalgia you're creating in your head to keep up the parasitical relationships with your past. Because that shit isn't real anymore. It's just in your head. Because your brain you don't even remember exactly how everything happens. Your brain still makes up portions of the past to fill in dots. So I'm not saying you're a liar, but I'm also not saying like, the full scope of things without being God. So moving on is an art form too. Trying to figure out where you are in this world is pointless because you die without it and you go back where you came from. Or some people reincarnate here because they were doing dumb shit. And with that being said, I just want people in my collective to not do the dumb shit that brings you back here. And the dumb shit is not hard to not do, because this dumb shit is like stuff you have to have morals to not do it. You have to have common sense to not do it. These types of things that, like, you see on the news, like, what the fuck, why would you do that? Those are the type of things you'd only be able to do if you were in, like, a life or death situation. Not even that. You'd have to be, I don't know, some of the things I've seen, like, it's a sick world we live in, so stay safe, guys. I don't know what's going on with my eyes. One is done, one is not. Goodbye, guys. I don't know.